It all began over 27 years ago in 1983 when a young Tennessee Temple grad from Manitou Beach, Michigan moved to California to teach at Faith Baptist School. I was in the 10th grade at the time, and through the drama team that Todd Corbin formed, we developed a relationship that would span the next 2 decades. Even though Todd moved back to Michigan in 1986, I joined his short-term mission team several times throughout the next 10 years, starting in 1987. My first visit to West Rome Baptist Church was in the winter of 1987 when I drove to Michigan from California with one of my friends. We stayed in the parsonage near the church with Todd's family. It was also around this time I began what would be an 18-year career with Kinko's as a branch manager. In the late 1980s, Heidi's family joined West Rome, and it was at a missions conference in West Rome that Heidi heard God's first call into missions. She attended Moody Bible Institute beginning in 1997, and during her college years served short-term in Hungary in the summers. In 1998, Todd and Liana Corbin moved from their Iowa ministry base to Budapest, Hungary to serve there long-term. Todd had supporters in California and would visit me during trips there. He regularly urged me to consider serving with him in Hungary and occasionally mentioned a young lady that he was also encouraging to join them there. After graduating from Moody in 2001, Heidi raised support and served a 1-year internship with Todd and Liana in Budapest under International Messengers. From 2002 to 2004, I joined the teams that West Rome sent to Hungary for English camp. It was in 2003 that Heidi and I first met in a place called Szent Lélek, which in Hungarian means Holy Spirit. We actually hardly spoke at all as we were so busy, but it was enough for us to later develop a very good friendship via email. Heidi decided midway through her internship in 2003 that God was calling her full-time to Hungary, and in 2004 moved to Budapest. It was following the 2003 English camp that I finally followed God's call into missions and began steps that would bring me to Hungary in October 2005. So, we were finally not only in the same country, but in the same city. But not for long. In 2006, Heidi moved to a small village in north-central Hungary called Petőfi Bánya to help at a new church plant there. She was to serve there for 1 year, and during that year, we met once a week in Budapest to seek God's plan for our futures. In April 2007, we were engaged, and in September, we were married. Heidi moved back to Budapest, and in 2008, we served together with an evangelical free church in the city. A year later, we followed God's call back to Petőfi Bánya to serve together at the church plant, and in May of 2009, Emily was born. We were living in temporary housing at the time and seeking God's long-term plan for our family. In January of 2010, we found permanent housing in Petőfi Bánya and began the process of moving out of our Budapest home to live in Petőfi Bánya indefinitely.